We've always said that.
I'm freaking out.
And we've always said that.
You're sick in the head.
We've always said that.
Aiden, I love you. I wanted you to have a part of
And
me.
we've always said that.
Okay, we
How
have
to get hot.
We have to get as hot as possible,
I have to be hotter than the sun.
mentally and
I
physically.
need to be your dream girl's dream girl.
Yes.
That's the goal.
The goal is let's emotionally be as hot.
And I'm so serious about it.
I feel really serious about it. I've been working out.
Yeah.
I've been drinking lemon water
That's huge.
daily.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's big stuff.
You're having a smoothie.
I'm having a smoothie called Red Velvet. And let me tell you, it doesn't taste like that.
No. Why would it? Why do they call it?
I don't know. I think
Velvet?
it's like, what are you scheming?
Yeah, that's
What are you
unfair. Just why don't you
scheming?
call it nature's nectar?
Nature's
because that's what
nectar.
fruit is.
It sounds sexual.
And I love fruit.
Chris, get your mind out of the gutter.
My mind's fine.
Chris,
My mind's right
what
here.
a watch. I love.
Thank you.
Very cool.
It's a Hamilton.
Remember last time when Chris told me he wouldn't hang my TV because I couldn't handle it because I'd fall in love with him.
Clearly.
Can we just?
Clearly.
He's like,
You just
don't.
dropped that. He was like, actually, I'm
Clearly.
like low key lumberjack, and you literally you wouldn't be able to handle
yeah,
it.
They
no,
impressed
you
me. You
wouldn't
were
be
like,
able
oh,
to.
you're in New York. I was like, what does that mean?
But
Yeah, because when are you chopping? I'll never see that side of you. I've never seen. We could do a corporate
And thank
retreat.
God for that because we have such a good working relationship.
it can't be ruined. It
Yeah.
cannot be ruined by sexual
No,
tension. I will not
no.
have it here.
No.
I won't. So
Okay.
keep to yourselves.
Yeah, can
don't
you stay
hang
over there,
up-
Chris?
Do
Don't
not.
you
I'll do
dare.
my best.
Whatever you do, don't mount that TV.
If you so
I
much as
won't.
pick up a hammer in my home, we're done.
get
Yeah.
out of here.
That is an HR violation.
Yeah. We don't even have an HR, but that's a violation
That's
of
a freaking
HR.
violation. I'll put on my HR hat.
We'll have
and-
to sign something.
Yeah. No. We'll have you sign a sheet.
Couple
a
of things.
document,
Can't
and a-
roll up your sleeves.
You better
They're
not.
rolled
It's already
up.
done.
It's
It's already done. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, look.
We're lucky we're not ovulating right
I'm
now.
ovulating,
Oh,
Fia.
shit.
Did I knock you on to ovulating?
As of right now.
Guys swear they can knock girls into ovulation. I swear to God, we
rolled
all
up his
believe
sleeves.
it.
Any guy rolls up his sleeves and I'm immediately ovulating.
Yeah.
She's in heat.
Yep.
She's in heat. It's a hot
oopsie.
one today.
This is crazy. One of my guy friends was like, he was like, "Are you ovulating?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "I can tell because of the way your boobs look." And then wouldn't elaborate. And I was like, "What does that mean?" And he was right.
Wait, because they're like bigger?
I don't know, because my boobs, I don't think
For
change
sure,
very
that's what
much.
he meant.
They're
As a guy,
perkier? They
must have
representative
been.
guy, that's exactly
Maybe
what he
you were
meant.
just wearing like a booby shirt.
I was
a
wearing
booby
a
shirt.
I was wearing
Yeah.
a tight shirt, and he goes, "Are you ovulating?" And I was like,
That's funny because, well, I never wear like a bra that looks good.
"Yeah, I've never done
I never
that."
wear a bra that supports me the way it should.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like, I don't want to address.
I don't
this.
need to do that.
Yeah, I just like let it go.
I
let it
usually
rock.
don't wear one.
Yeah,
because I'm
same.
like, I'm
It's
free.
not. It's none of my business.
It's none of my business. It's nobody else's business.
Yeah, it's just like they do what they do. It's just my body.
Yeah.
And I don't look at
Imagine
it.
putting on a padded bra though.
No, I know. I haven't since I was oh, we can close the
Oh,
sorry.
sorry about the windows.
Sorry about the truck driving by.
Dude, that teeth whitener got to her freaking
It went
brain.
straight to the noggin. I got my teeth whitened first step in being hot.
Oh God, I gotta get hot. You got your teeth whitened?
Yeah, I got my teeth whitened, and then I got really scared that they were going to be too white, and so now
Yeah.
they're not that white, but they're like a shade lighter.
I mean, is there a thing of too white?
Yeah, I don't know if you see someone that like has unnaturally white teeth.
Yeah, but I feel like that would take a couple of sessions. No,
I mean, probably, but
I mean,
I'm not always having rational fears.
Give us a.
That's the thumbnail.
Do you like it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
add a
looks
little
natural.
ding.
It looks good. Yeah, add the ding.
The little ding.
I like it. So-
Yeah, because I don't have dental insurance, so I was like, I'll just get my teeth whitened.
no, same. No, same. I have to go.
Freelance girlies.
I must go. Oh God, so we're gonna get hot.
So we're gonna get hot. First step is whitening
This
teeth.
is-
We checked it off the list. Second step, mentally.
Oh, God, that's the last step.
That's
physically. Let me do all the other things.
Yeah, because if you
Let me
build it, they
tackle.
will come, and they will come
Yeah.
as the mental.
It's just gonna be. It's a long road, but we're gonna get there. I'm gonna be the hottest I've ever been in my entire life.
What are the next steps?
Like hot wise or mentally?
Both. I mean, it all works together.
I mean, I think this is what I'm gonna say. I think I need a tan.
Okay.
I think we need to go to LA.
I know. We've been saying that.
And there are people out there that are fun and cute and flirty that I would like to flirt with. And you know what? I'm kind of in this like flirting stage of my life. I'm actually not.
Yeah, you can be.
I'm in this flirting stage of my
Here's
no.
my thing
Immediately
about
taken back.
Fia.
Never mind.
This is what Fia does. She's like, she says something about herself that is just a hope that she has. Like
a hope.
It's just something that she wishes she had. It has no bearance like on reality. It's just like you're like, I'm toxic. I'm like, name one thing you've done, and you're like, no. But like, I believe in you that you
manifest.
will. Like,
And that's manifesting.
you saying I am is just like I'm gonna do it in the next 2 weeks.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you saying that you're flirty, it's gonna happen.
Do you think I'm flirty?
No.
Are you serious?
What?
In what way? In what way do you think
You're
I'm
just very
not?
nice.
You're just
God, I see it.
You
Like
know
I
what,
feel like
Fia?
the first time I met you, I could have seen it coming off. Not with me particularly, but just generally like your energy. But as I got to know you, I was like, oh, she's just nice.
You're just kind.
Boring.
You're kind. You're not flirty. I've been told I'm
You're
flirty.
flirty.
But that's the Riz thing. That's the Riz versus charm. You're charming, I'm Riz. This is called coming back. And this is who we
Dude.
are, and this is who we are to each other.
Yeah, she's flirtier for
We're
sure.
yin and
How
yang.
can we
She's
make
flirty.
Fia more
How
flirty?
do I get flirty? You
have to be
I
meaner.
think, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Well, I think what it is like, sometimes I like worry if I'm too flirty, like then yeah, people might fall in love with me.
No, your power would be so
You want them to
insane
fall in love with
if
you.
No,
you-
I don't want everyone to fall in love with me.
You
There are
can-
Sure.
specific people
Yeah.
that I would enjoy that.
You have to turn it on for those people, and that's it. And turn it off.
Yeah,
that's
do you have
what
to,
I do.
I do have to be like a little meaner, I think. Not meaner, but just a little bit like, ugh. Like, ugh.
And just like
Just zoom in on this part, like, ugh. Ew.
Yeah, just do that. That'll work.
I think that'll work.
Well, we'll workshop it. We're going to a party tonight.
I hung out with another songwriter today, and she's 23, and I'm 28. And she's like, wait, how old are you? And I was like,
Dude, I know. It's crazy because now we're at the age where like we're meeting people who are like a lot younger than us.
yeah.
And they're like doing their thing and you're like, what?
I'm like, dude, you have so much trauma to like go through.
Yeah,
I feel like
you-
the 22 to 23 is the one that hurts the most.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the worst year of my
Yeah,
life.
that was
point blank.
tough.
No, but
That
it's
was-
like it's hard to look back at that and be like, fuck, I could have done things differently.
Well, because you're
just
just
a
the
whole
dumbest
learning thing.
You
So
are
dumb.
0 years old when you're 22. Like you
So
literally
stupid.
know
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
And like you are just thrown into the universe.
Yeah.
And you just have to like sink or swim and you do figure it out, but it's like you've no money. You're on your own for the first time. You're in an adult world for the first time. No one this is actually a huge pet peeve of mine that like no one tells you how bad that year is.
It's going to be, yeah.
And then everyone knows that it's terrible because we all lived it, but it's like literally like horrifying.
It's such new information that as like a child, you have no idea how to navigate.
Yeah.
I think it's worse for people that are like in entertainment though, like that are working in that. I don't think it's
then
as
again-
bad for people that have like real jobs.
Yeah, but then again, those
Yeah.
people in entertainment are the ones who have grown up a little bit faster than the rest, I will say. Like if you're, I don't know, if you're like a musician or a comedian or an artist or something, I don't know, like that industry that you're in, even as a 22, 23-year-old, you've seen a lot more than another 22-year-old just getting into corporate.
Well, it depends like where like when you started or
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I was sort of doing both because I needed like a day job and then
Right.
like trying to pursue my extracurriculars. But I mean just all of it was just I was fighting for my life
You're right.
Yeah.
that whole year. And like I had jobs before that, but I wasn't supporting myself entirely. And then
Yeah.
it was like the day that I graduated college, my mom was like, okay, you're done. And I was like, wait, what? And she was like, yeah, that's it. You're an adult. And I was like, wait, but can you help me with my money? And she was like,
Hold my hand.
no. She was like, no, why would I do that? You're an adult.
Yeah.
But it's just like we never had that conversation until
you
that day.
That
you
is a
don't know
funny time
until
to
it
And I
have.
was like,
happens.
wait, what? Like, I was like, I don't even get a grace period. And she was like, what are you talking about?
It's a full blown jump.
Yeah, it's just you. But
You
you know,
leave.
you got to kick him out of the nest. And she was right to do that. But it was
Yeah.
just like really jarring.
Oh, it's jarring. It's terrible.
So,
It's so crazy.
yeah. Also, because my brother had a job out of college and I didn't.
Right.
So it was like,
Me too.
He didn't have to worry about it. Right. Yeah. So it was like, even though there was precedent set for him, like he didn't need it.
Right.
And I could have needed it. But my parents were like, you don't have that. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I will find a job. And I did.
That's so good because I didn't, and I worked in a club. And
Oh,
and I
well-
served bottles.
No, but that's kind of what I did I worked at the front desk of a hotel for a summer.
Oh, I thought you were saying you got like your job.
No, and then I got my job when I got back to the city in like January.
Okay.
So there was like a 3-month period in there that was like the worst 3 months of my life, where I was just at my parents' house in Westchester, just like, what the fuck do I do with my life?
Yeah, but we need those periods. We need them. Oh
You're
my
supposed to
God.
bomb in life for
bomb as much as you can, honestly, and do
Well,
it
that was
early.
a TikTok you sent me.
Yeah.
Where it was like you're supposed to be failing flop. You're supposed to flop because you have
You
to
have
flop.
to flop before you slay.
You do have to flop before you slay.
Flop before you slay.
And-
any day.
No, and you have to. And like sometimes you're gonna be in slay periods and sometimes you're gonna be in flop periods, but the flop begets the slay.
Always.
Because like you slay for too long, then you lose your edge.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna flop anyway.
Exactly.
So you have to, and then when you just have to know the flop is inevitable. And when you flop, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and you have to say, "Get it together."
Yeah.
And then when you do that, then you get better.
And then you get hot.
And then and right now we're on the up.
Okay, I feel like I'm in my flop era. It's upturn. It's
It's
turning
the
up.
upturn.
It's the upturn.
We're in the upswing.
I'm in the upswing.
Yeah. Like this
think.
is our bottom.
But we're gonna get up to a sleigh eventually, and
Right.
we're gonna sit there for a little bit, and then we'll flop again.
Yeah.
Life,
That's
life.
and that's life.
That's life. Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. We both just have an existential panic. Like we both just like,
I can feel it coming. Like
Wait,
that
we
was like,
should-
yeah, we're gonna
like,
flop again.
yeah, we're gonna flop and then we're gonna slay. And then we're like,
Isn't that the beauty of life, though? We're just always ebbing and flowing. Like, but I also think that is the most terrifying thing when you're happy. You're at your happiest point, and you're like,
you know the flop is coming.
yeah, okay. When are we gonna drop?
No, I know. I do
a
that too.
roller coaster.
I try to enjoy the happy periods though too. But you have to really work at it because otherwise you will like freak out.
I'm freaking out right now.
Okay.
In a hot way, though.
But being hot about it, drinking that red velvet smoothie.
I'll be hot while I'm spiraling out of control any day of the week.
I would always choose.
I just cried on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, right
Did you see me crying?
Wait, so
I was
here's
hiding on the other side of the corner crying.
Stop. And see,
'Cause I knew
that
he was
a flop.
here.
That was a flop. Now you're in a slide.
Yeah.
You were hiding from me
Yeah,
crying.
because I knew you were going to be parked over here, and then I was
Why
like,
wouldn't you be
he
comfortable to
can-
cry in front of me?
Because, well, I think I needed my own moment, and I was listening to a sad song.
I
and
would
had
have
a
listened with you.
smoothie.
I might have cried.
know.
I like crying to music.
I know, but
What
I think you would not know what to do with me.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, can I?
You'd be like patting my head, and I'd be like,
Yeah. No,
And then
the thing that you would have to do is hang a shelf, and then that would be the comfort that you could provide.
It's not the time for that.
it's not. Let me tear up.
Oh,
Let me-
you're crying.
Let me get rosy.
Let me just get out my hammer and
I get my
nails.
tool belt out.
I'm like crying, and then he gets up on a step stool, and I'm like,
And I just go.
That would work on me. Just roll up a
on up a
sleeve.
little bit.
That's
Yeah.
your power. If I'm crying, just roll up a sleeve. You got me.
yeah, she's like one eye is like, oh god.
You know what we didn't talk about? Speaking of rolling up sleeves, that guy that pulled out a carabiner for you.
that was insane.
That was so funny. We were
Wait.
talking
That
about
was
our.
so
Why?
nuts.
Why did you need like a carabiner? Like,
No,
were
no,
you
no,
about
no.
to climb a big
No,
ledge? Like,
I'll
what?
let Yvette tell this one.
No,
Okay.
this is so funny. I invited Fia to. I made a new friend recently, And I'm trying to like branch out. You know, I love to meet new people. That's also another way to get out of a flop is to sort of expand your horizons.
expand your groups.
So I met this friend, whatever. We've been hanging out. He invited me to
a birthday party
that we should not have been at.
We shouldn't have been in
First
attendance
of all,
at all.
He was like really nice of him to invite us. And we did have fun. It was nice.
Yeah,
to
we warmed
be there,
up. We had to warm up, but
we
had
walked
fun.
in. We had come from a concert, so we were wearing like sort of like cute tops, and like this was like a birthday party for like a married woman in her mid 30s.
Yeah.
I love that.
And there was
They
like
were cool, though.
cheese and like a potluck, and like they were really nice people.
Really good chocolate cake.
Really good chocolate cake, but it was just like intimate.
Why are we there?
And we were like invited by like the guy friends of the group, and we're like these like social media girlies, and like it just the look of it was
The
like
shift.
I'm not saying that you guys are this, but the look of it was like, this guy brought the whores. Is that like kind of what it was?
and you know what?
Yeah, we were paid.
I honestly, the reason I didn't even say that was because I didn't want to toot my own horn.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
hard.
I get it. But,
But,
you
like,
were painting the picture. I got
we
it.
walked
younger.
in.
We're
and
also
they were
younger.
like,
We're
okay,
younger
now we get it.
women, and like we've all been on the other side of that. Like when your guy friends invite their like hot, young girl, and you're just like, why did fucking Jeremy do this again? Like it's like so we were those girls, and like fine, and like one of the best friend of my friend was like infatuated with Fia. I'm just gonna call it like it is. He just was really excited to meet her, and like,
but he didn't know who I was.
yeah, it wasn't like that. It was just
wasn't like
like
that.
he just was happy to meet a beautiful woman, and Fia's a delight, and you were being delightful. So it was
I was
totally,
making him giggle.
you know, that's what it is. And like he was also pretty. We came late to this party, so like people were drinking.
We
and
were both dead sober.
We were just like, we'll have a bite of cake, and like so this guy is like flirting with Fia, whatever, and very clearly so. And then like at one point, I guess you brought up the fact that like carabiners are your thing. He leaves the room. He goes, hold on one second. Leaves the room, gets a carabiner like keychain that he had, puts it on his belt.
He comes out and does this whole presentation.
and he goes, hey, Fia, look. And like puts the carabiner.
Guys love showing you some stuff, their stuff, where you're going to take pride
I
in
got
it.
it. I got what you want. And
He's
she
like, what do you think about that?
yeah, and she was like, nice. But it was just so funny.
It was
like,
really sweet.
It
if
was really
anything.
sweet, and it was honestly really thoughtful.
It was
and
very
kind.
endearing.
And he made a nice. He made a move.
Yeah, it was really. It was
Has he
like
TM'd
nice.
you?
I don't think so. I haven't
Okay.
checked any of that. But
Yeah.
like,
we'll probably run into him again.
I'm sure he was a sweet gentleman.
He was a gentleman,
And
he gave us some nice tea about his life, which is
oh
exactly
yeah, that
what,
tea was nuts.
He's
And I
piping
don't
hot.
think we can even share
We
it
can't
because
share
there's
it,
too much.
but it was
crossing. It was hot. It was piping. We were in it.
We were in it. And honestly, this is good. If you want to be my friend quickly,
Tell me gossip.
give me some gossip.
If you want to be my friend, you come and look me in the eyes and tell me your deepest, darkest secret.
that's my opener. That's what I
know.
always ask.
I know.
But also like someone else's deepest, darkest secret should suffice.
Somebody else's that I have no relation to at all.
That no one
and
in
I
the
have
room-
to picture them in my head.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's just a fun story.
God, it's so good. So pipe. It's so good.
It's so good. And like when you have no skin in the game, but it's like really good tea, you're like,
And like you can understand the storyline.
yeah,
There are
they had a good
storylines
storyline.
where it's a little. There's too many dynamics. There's too many complications of like. Okay,
Yeah.
who's that? Who's this character? It's not real life. It's not your life. So it's like a fake
it doesn't
thing.
matter at all.
So it doesn't matter. So, but like when it starts getting complicated and there's too many characters, I'm out.
Yeah, it's got to be a simple,
Simple.
direct, here's what's happening. This person,
Done.
they hooked up.
Done.
It blew everything up. And you're like, give it to me.
Yeah. Do you think that guys with unbuttoned shirts, like 3 buttons down, are asking for it?
Yes, the answer is yes. We are asking for it.
They're
that's
begging
true.
for it, actually,
No,
which
three-
is different
three
from
is a
asking
lot.
for it.
Three is a lot.
Three is a lot.
Different from
It's-
asking for it. They are on their hands and knees begging.
Yeah.
When did you see this?
At that party. The
What
other
kind of
day.
party?
It was a darty. And I'm like,
Darty,
This-
4 down.
Yeah.
We're going
I'm like, this guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whore.
That's my number one slut move.
You know,
Oh,
do you
it's-
do that?
For sure.
When you're
I
flipping
do
yourself
that.
now,
Are you on button 2?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's borderline.
It could
It's
get
a
worse.
Friday too. He might go 3 on this.
Casual Friday.
No, by the end of the night, 3 for absolute
Oh my
certain.
God.
And
So-
what's the point there? Like, what do you?
It's just
Just
chesticles.
Because you get it and we get it.
It's
you get that we're
chesticles.
It's
asking
just
for
your
it.
green
we
light.
get it. Yeah.
You're just
It's
like,
the
you
three
guys-
lights. We're at green. Green's at the bottom, I think. Yeah.
Green
You
means
guys are
go.
so
Green
funny.
means go.
Green means go.
Sluts. So the darty, there was a guy that had it. And then I was like, oh my God, crazy move. Then I went out that night with our friend
Yeah.
Ruff and the bartender at the last bar that we were at. I think he had 5. And I'm like,
That's just your
that's
shirts off.
excessive. Just take it
Yeah.
off. If you're gonna do
take
it,
it
take it
off.
off. And I think here's my thing.
Nah,
I'm gonna
we
say
want you
this.
to look
I'm
at
gonna
it.
say this one thing. Can I say it? Can I say this one thing?
You can say it.
I'm not attracted to men who think that they are hot.
Yeah.
So if like you are unbuttoning,
That means you think you're hot.
You think you're hot.
Chris, what do
And
you say to that?
It depends. It depends.
I think it depends too. If like it's physically, like if the
If
temperature
you think
is
that guy's hot, you're not going to mind it. That's what I think.
No,
kind of agree.
I disagree. Oh my God.
It
This guy
depends,
was,
though. It depends. It's not just a
Well,
blanket
yeah,
statement.
You're
this
into like a
bartender
goober.
was the hottest man, physical man I've ever seen.
Oh.
And he had 5 buttons undone. And then I was like, and then he said hi. And I was like, oh, no.
Actually, if you're too hot, I think that's a red flag.
No, if you're too hot, it's too much.
Yeah.
And then
All
you're
right.
too,
If you're too hot,
hot,
I'm like,
and then you
ugh.
have 5 buttons unbuttoned. Get me home. Not him to take me home, but I want to go home.
No, I think also when a guy is so hot and knows it, it's like, she got it. I just don't trust. I'm like, life is too good for you. I'm
Yeah.
like scared of you now because
Yeah,
you
you
have
don't
too
have-
much power.
You have too much power.
You have too much power.
Get away from me with that.
And also, like, I don't know. I need you to like make me laugh, and also like,
I need a
also,
substance.
I hate myself. So like, I'm not gonna have anything in common with you.
That's funny. That's so
write that
funny.
down
Write
for
that down.
TikTok?
Write that down. Yeah, hot guys are the opposite of hot to me. If
It
you're
just,
a
like,
hot
undoes it.
guy,
I'm like, it gets gross. If you're
I
so
need
hot,
you
I
to-
go ew.
I need you to be mangled looking.
Well, that's a you
I
thing.
need you to like have a big old fat nose. I need some sort of scarring on your face, whether that's from acne 10 years ago or a dog bite. I don't know. I just need you to not look like anybody else. And I don't want you to be like a god. Why would I want to date a god?
That being said, as we're entering our hot era,
I'll kiss one. Whatever.
yeah, we should probably like open up our minds.
Guys, if you're listening to this and you're a smoke show
And you know it.
and you know it,
We'll
just
put the
pretend
fact
that you
that-
don't
Just
when
like-
you're around me.
Yeah, just like reel it in like a couple notches and then DM me.
A button or two.
Yeah, also
Don't all the just
button up two. Button up 2.
We just want 2.
2's fine.
Chris, don't look at me like that. With your
See, she's
sleeves,
starting to get it now.
with your sleeves and your threat of
She's
hanging my TV,
ovulating.
this is too much.
Yeah, what's that, a 72-inch back there?
Oh
That's
my God,
easy
he
work,
knows the
dude.
inches.
That's easy work.
I don't
You
know
need a
what's
special
going on.
stand for that. Anyway,
Ew, I don't know what's going
I
on.
have it. I
guys.
have it. You can do it at any time.
are
We
you
should
sure
do
it's
it
the
on
right
the
one?
phone.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
It
You
ends
see the
with the
stuff right
credits. With the credits, it's like
I
him
pass
hanging
out.
it. It's just a still shot.
It's me dead.
So yeah, I guess if you're hot and you know it, get away from me.
Unless you button up and then you can.
Unless
come
you
back.
button up and you have like such a good personality and you make me laugh.
Or button shaming.
We're button shaming. Also, if you guys are ever intimidated by the opposite sex and you want to hit on them, just pretend that they're gay.
I think that only works for girls.
You think?
Yeah.
You think if you like hit on a girl and you're like, yeah, she doesn't swing this way, so I can just act like
Normal.
myself. You don't
That's
think
gonna
It's
bring
like-
that same hot guy thing out of you. Like, oh, I'm so sick that like I could flip a lesbian. I feel like that's what that would
No,
bring
no,
out
no,
of a
it's,
guy.
no,
it's
wait.
your mindset is like going into it. You think that this girl is really cool. Instead of thinking that she would ever go for you, you have no chance. So you're
just
just
take
You
the
just
gonna,
pressure
act like a
off.
normal
Yeah, you
human
just
being.
act
Yeah, there's
normal.
nothing on the table. It's like picture the audience naked, pretend that the guy you're interested in is gay.
yeah,
It's that
it
same
works.
concept.
It works. I was so calm.
Well, okay, wait, tell
So
the
you
story.
did this. Okay.
I did
This
it by
happened.
accident.
This happened recently.
Oh, you thought
Fia-
that you actually just thought he was. Yeah.
Fia was talking to a guy, thought he was gay.
for like an hour.
And then she came up to me and she was like, the gay guy just asked me for my number. And I was like, that's a straight man. No gay guys asking for
so
your number.
serious. We leave, and my other friend's like, "Wait, you're so good. See, you say you're so bad at flirting, and you're so bad at talking to guys." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "He just asked you out," and I go, "He is gay." She goes, "He is not.
He's not
He
gay."
wasn't gay an hour ago either."
Can I ask what led you to believe that he was gay?
He was European, I think.
Right. And that his energy was Europe.
Yes.
And that gives an ambiguity
Exactly.
to the sexuality.
To be
European
honest,
guys are also, they have a lot of riz.
yes, they do.
They're very like gregarious and like whatever in a way
they
that is
ask
so different from
They
here.
ask very deep questions in a way too. It's like it's kind of like speaking to another woman, and I think that's where like I got the gay vibe because I was like, oh wow, I feel safe because he's asking me what.
It's just very funny. I feel like I'm speaking to another woman. It's awesome.
American men have a very specific thing going on, which is that they're not like that.
They're
I don't
not
know.
like that, and it's
They don't
it's
have a lot
not
of-
their fault.
They don't have a lot of like grace. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Elegance, like he had
Elegance.
elegance.
It's
He had
elegance.
class, and that's
He's
where I
a
was like-
ballerina.
And I think, yeah, he was very airy and not in a dumb way, like just
In
graceful.
like a wow,
Like,
this
oh,
is
wow,
beautiful
he
to be a
holds his
part of.
shoulders up
A
like that.
conversationalist,
Right.
in touch with all sides of himself.
Exactly. And I think that's what threw me a little bit because I'm used to speaking to other guys like that. Not like that. Idiots, you would say.
Yeah,
Anyways, he was very sweet. And we left and I was floored
that's funny.
over the fact that he wasn't.
I will say though,
Floored.
I almost never think anyone is flirting with me. So I get where you're coming from.
I think that's my thing too. I never think somebody's hitting on me.
Ever. It
Ever.
never. I'm like, oh, they just want to be my friend.
No, yeah. I'm just like, we're just having fun. We're just making laughs. We're doing
believe
good
this.
And
stuff.
then, no, I swear to
No,
God. And then my guy friends will come to me and be like, wow, that guy was really into you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? He just like chatting about my comedy
Yeah.
career. I'm like, he just was really interested in comedians.
No, I never know. I never know.
I never know.
Unless like they're really annoying about it, if anything. But if they're just being like sweet and
Yeah, I'm
they're
like,
just
okay.
like shooting shit with you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, we're just
Yeah, we're
palling around.
buds. Dude, we are buds. It's when
I'm like, then why
they're
did we
hot
arm
and they know that
wrestle?
they're hot and they come over and they like try and sweet. That doesn't work. That and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you're hitting on me and you're doing a shit job at it. I'm gonna walk away.
Honestly, I will think a guy just wants to be my friend until they're like, should we get out of here? And I'm like, oh, sure.
There isn't another moment. There has to be another moment.
If they ask and say, I'm going to take you on a date, they point blank say, I would like to
I
take
could
you
see.
out
I would
on a
still
date.
think that's like a friend thing.
No, if they said, let's get a coffee, let's get a drink, I'd be
Right.
like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm like, what do you want from me?
What do I do? Do I shave?
I show up with like no makeup on. I'm like, what up, pal?
Sometimes I do think that's like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
To just come as you are.
Come as you are.
Well, here's what I realized too, because I have so many male friends, and they tell me their secrets.
She's so many male friends.
They really do read into like what you wear on the first date. But
and
it's
they
like,
and they check out your boobs
and
a
they look,
lot, and they know
look
when
at-
you're ovulating.
And they say, "Are you ovulating?" And you say, "Yes, sir." And you check your app.
That's nuts, by the way.
The
I don't
ovulating
think
thing?
I would know that about you.
No, I wouldn't know that about you.
I mean, we usually do know when our cycles are.
Because we're kind of synced, I thought. So that's why I'm like,
Wait, what
not
are you're
ovulating?
so you're ovulating right now? So you're
Yeah.
week 2.
Yeah, like
I'm week 1 still. I'm going into week 2. So I'm going into ovulation. Dude, I'm gonna be so freaking hot next week.
dude, I feel so much better ovulating. It's crazy.
It's so nuts.
I'm like, oh, life's not that bad.
No, it's not bad. Oh my god, it's actually better.
It's way better. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm good. I got it.
Last week, luteal, bad
Brutal.
stuff for me.
People don't talk about how truly devastating the luteal phase is. I
mean,
lose
we
myself.
do.
We do because
we do a lot.
because it affects us so hard.
Yeah, drastically.
It's really brutal. It's tough.
But you know what? I would never want to be anything else. I love being a girl.
I also was just having this conversation the other night. I
Love
was like,
being a girl.
being
Oh
a
my
boy
God.
is not what I want. Like, it's just not what I want.
Dude, imagine having your anatomy outside of you, and you just like it's like flinging around.
Yeah, it just feels like a lot of pressure.
Well, like I would feel so, like
It's
I
just
gotta
like none of your
sit-
business.
I have to sit differently.
Yeah, I like keeping my stuff sort of contained.
I do want to know what it would feel like as a man for like a male.
Ejaculation.
Yeah, what does it feel like for them? Because I know what it feels like for a woman, and that's beautiful. Like that's beauty, that's grace, that's everything.
I heard
that's
of-
what makes the world go round. But as a guy, like it's not that great. So I'm curious.
That's what I've heard. I heard it's not that great.
I'm curious to like, what does that feel like? Like if I were a guy, what does that
Pretty
feel
great,
like?
but it's like quick.
It's quick.
Yeah.
But like your entire lives are built around
Correct, yeah.
chasing this like
Yep.
very quick
That's
thing.
accurate.
And then
That's so
and then
nuts.
the afterward part where you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, the-
Yeah, it's terrible.
the
It's like a car crash
PN
every time.
The PNC.
Yeah,
Wait,
the
it's a
PNC.
car crash every time?
It depends, I guess. Yeah.
If you
Like,
if
oh, what
you
have I
like
done?
if you like the
that's
person,
awful.
Yeah, it's not like that. Though.
it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's just if you
But who likes people anymore, right?
dude, no one
Not me.
no
who
one
likes people?
The PNC. So women get PNC every time we
Talk to Matt.
give somebody our time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like giving somebody, I think like the female
so true.
equivalent is somebody wasting our time.
Yep. I've done that.
And that's like,
I've had that.
Oh,
I've had that recently where I was like, I just made a choice that I didn't want to make for the benefit of someone that I have a crush on, and I was like,
what is that?
what am I doing?
What am I doing?
And then nothing came from it, and I was like, wait.
What?
Why? I was like, no, I need to touch grass.
Yeah. That
What do
doesn't
you
do a
what
lot.
do you got coming up?
What do I have coming up? I mean, I'm filming my new little series, The Greenish Room.
Yeah. Wait, do you have any stories from?
Last night.
Yeah.
Well, it's so fun. Well, just to like catch you up, made this series called The Greenish Room. It's where I break into people's green rooms and I force them consensually to be interviewed by me. So it's like your favorite artist's least favorite interview. That's me.
Just always bring it back.
So yeah, basically I break in, I rate the green room, I force them to be interviewed by me, and then I do some like man on the street with their fans. And I did that last night. And so like the series should be coming out in the new year. So I'm excited.
I'm excited to
about
watch it.
What about you? What do you have coming up?
I'm headlining for New York Comedy Festival. Yeah.
November
November 12th.
Okay.
So this might be out after that. But
final thoughts.
final thoughts. I'm excited to go to Chili's and try it with my two friends, Fia and Chris. Chris, who is gonna keep his sleeves rolled down and his buttons
up.
buttoned.
That's funny because
buttoned.
that was my final statement. I wanted to tell all the gentlemen out there to button as you feel. And the trick is to not be, don't do more than that. Just unbutton and don't address it. Be
How
cool.
many?
It depends on the time
Wait,
of day.
actually, before we move on from the buttons, this is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a story about the buttons. When
Everyone's got a story about the buttons.
I have a story about the buttons, and we're keeping it in, and we're cutting around the other stuff.
Okay.
When I was a freshman in college, there was a senior that went to my college. He was like my TA for computer science. I was a computer science minor, which is a thing that we do not talk about because I couldn't, gun to my head, could not do anything on a computer like that. I don't know what I was doing. Whatever. He had a crush on me. So, and I needed a tutor because I was terrible. And so he would like help me and give me like extra time to like, you know, like to help me with my assignments and stuff. But he had a crush on me and I loved him. He was an awesome guy. He was a friend. But there was one day he was a super nerd. So he like didn't know how to like, whatever. And so I think it was just this unspoken thing that like he kind of had a crush on me, but it was kind of inappropriate because he was kind of my teacher, like kind of whatever. And I just like was like, I actually just need help and you're a cool guy. So we're just going to just not address this. But there was one day we were in the computer lab, just us, and he had a button shirt and I just saw him out of the corner of my eye just unbutton.
You saw him physically do it?
Physically unbutton. Neither of us addressed it. And then in the end of the hour or whatever, however long we spent there, someone else walked in.
And he buttoned it up.
And he just buttoned it back.
Stop.
You had a personal button.
I had a
personal
selected,
button.
targeted button.
So button gate is real.
That
I've
button
for
was
sure
just
done
for
that.
me.
I've for sure done that.
Shut up!
For sure I've done
I
that.
was like, but what's so funny about that? I was like, that's your move?
Yeah.
Like, he said no words. He was just like, she's gonna
Don't
she's
get
gonna
caught.
Get it.
Don't
Did he
get
have
caught.
chest hair?
He was skinny. He was a picture computer science.
So a salamander.
Oh my God, that was great. So mean, but great.
No, but she loves rodents. Like, that's the thing. That's what you have to understand. I'm a turtle.
not a
I
rodent.
animalize everybody.
No.
I get what you're
Fia
saying.
is a rodent. She likes rodent people. I'm a Franklin the turtle. I know it. I love it.
She's into the
So,
you know.
I don't, with love, I
Lizards.
would say reptile.
Reptile.
As like a animal genre. But not in like like in a handsome.
Lizardy way.
Yeah, like in a human way. It wasn't like he was gross or anything. It was just,
No.
he was just my teacher.
Right. Who unbuttoned in front of you.
And nothing happened ever between us.
Mr. Buttons.
Just some tension.
Just that one day with the button.
So button gate is a real thing. Well,
Buttons are a tool and you need to use it wisely.
final notes,
Buttons are real.
buttons are real. And you can push them and you can pull them
And you can
and you can undo them.
bring them up, bring them down.
Bring them up, bring them down. And I think ultimately we are about, like, I think everybody needs to buckle up because I think we're about to get really freaking hot.
Yeah, you better strap in.
And this winter arc is coming quick. And
We
I
may be
just-
layering, but
We
I
may
was going
be
to say, how do you guys feel about getting hot in the winter? I feel like I always get in my best shape in the winter for some reason, and it's the worst, and I hate it.
just because you have more clothes doesn't mean it's less sexy.
That's why you got to unbutton.
clothes come
It comes
off.
back to the button.
light
really.
a fire, clothes come off.
It's all about like subtle. It's all about these subtle movements.
It's like what's underneath.
yeah.
Sometimes I think it's hotter to wear like baggy clothes too, because then
That's
it's like
literally all I do.
exactly. I'm like
I feel
'cause
like a
it's
sexy
underneath.
little boy walking in.
Exactly.
I do.
I
feel so
literally-
confident in baggy jeans and an oversized tee.
That is my entire. I'll literally be like, nice, I nailed it. I look like a little boy today.
Oh,
Sexy
God, I
little
love
boy
it.
is just
A
crazy.
sexy
Adult
Adult
skater boy,
woman.
that's me.
That's the outfit of a little boy.
Any last words? I kill you.
Fia, what? Oh, because last words. Any last words? I want to do a
free the
special. I
buttons.
want to do a Patreon episode where we just watch Chris mount my TV.
Oh my
Like
God,
a subscriber bonus episode. Like
Yeah.
should.
pay to
I'll do that.
play like a
Do it.
cameo.
I will wear one singular button the whole time.
It's just button in the bottom.
His shirt's off.
Yeah.
No, he's like no buttons.
No buttons today. Sleeves rolled.
Sleeves rolled, shirt open.
Well, you guys, I hope everybody gets hotter. I hope everybody goes to Chili's, gets a pickle witch. Enjoy your week. Set boundaries. Unbutton. Button up. Do whatever makes you feel good. And we've always said that.